Hello everyone. So today I am doing the new topic, that is theory of quadratic equation. So in the last class we did simple interest and we completed that chapter, that is simple interest. So this is the new topic today, theory of quadratic equation. So now let us do now first what is a quadratic equation. The quadratic equation से क्या होता है? So let us take some example of expression, right? Let's write down some expression now. Ax plus b, right? Then let us write ax square plus bx plus c. This is the second example of expression. Then comes ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So now this ax plus b, this is x square plus bx plus c, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. These are the example of expressions. So usually in this case x is there, okay? In this case ax plus b, in this case x is the variable. The variable means which changes its value, that is known as a variable. And a and b are known as constants, which do not change its value. So in this case the highest power of x is 1, and this type of expression is known as linear expression. Linear expression. This expression is known as what? This is linear expression. Now second example, there is ax square plus bx plus c is there. Here also x is the variable. And what are these a, b and c? These a, b and c are constant. So here also x is the variable. And what is the highest power of the variable here? The highest power of variable is 2. So this is known as quadratic expression. Quadratic expression. This is known as what? This is known as quadratic expression. Next example of expression is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here also x is the variable. A, b, c and d are constant. And in this case, what is the highest power of x? 3. This is known as cubic. This is known as what? Cubic expression. Cubic expression. This is known as cubic expression in x. So there are other examples of expression in which the highest power of x is 4 and highest power of x is 5 and so on and so forth. And last one is the general expression. What is the general expression now? There are other expressions whose highest powers are 4, 5, whose highest power of x are 4, 5, 6 and so on and so forth. Okay? And lastly, the general expression is a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1. The power of x will be decreased here. Okay, here also the power of x is decreased here, right? Plus a2 x to the power n minus 2 plus dot dot dot. There are other expressions also. Then plus a n minus 3x cube. Now power of x will be decreased by 1, right? Plus a n minus 2 x square, right? Plus a n minus 1 x plus, what is the last one? It is a n. Is that clear? So this is known as general expression in x, right? So now this is general expression in x. So this expression is also known as a polynomial. This expression is also known as a polynomial. So expression is also known as what? Polynomial. Polynomial. Now here the power of x is 1. This is known as linear expression of degree 1, or it may be read as linear polynomial of degree 1. Ax plus b is known as polynomial of degree 1 also, or linear polynomial of degree 1, or linear expression of degree 1. So this ax plus b is known as polynomial of degree 1 because here the highest power of x is 1. Okay. Next, in the second example, what is the highest power of x? It is 2. This is known as polynomial. This is also known as polynomial of degree 2. Here the highest power of x is 3. Here this is known as polynomial of degree 3. And this general expression is known as polynomial of degree n because here the highest power of x is n. Okay. So these are the examples of expression or polynomial. Okay. So now let us do equation. What do you mean by equation now? So in case of equation you can write it as LHS is equal to RHS. Equation can be written as LHS is equal to RHS. That is, if you write ax plus b is equal to 0, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0, and you may write here is equal to 0. Okay, these are all equation. Is that clear? Now this ax plus b is equal to 0 is there. Now this is an equation. This is known as linear equation. This is known as what? Linear equation. Okay, and this is known as what? Since here the highest power of x is 2 and it is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where x is the variable and a, b and c are constant. This is known as quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is given by ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is known as what? Quadratic equation. This is known as quadratic equation. And since here the highest power of x is 3, this is known as cubic equation. This is known as what? This is cubic equation. This is also known as equation. This is also known as, this last one is also known as an equation, is also known as an equation whose highest power of x here is n. And this expression is also known as polynomial of degree n. Okay. Now in this chapter we will deal with only this equation, that is quadratic equation. That is quadratic equation. Right. Now let us do the theory of quadratic equation now. That means how will you solve this? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That means solving means you have to find out the value of the variable x. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. How can you solve it? Okay. So now let us solve this quadratic equation. Right. Now let us solve it. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now how will you solve it? That means how can you get the value of x, right? So let us take a as common. Since there is no a common here, but you can take a as common here. So or a is common taken. So within bracket what do we have? Since a is common here, a is taken outside. So within bracket there will be x square plus. Now there is bx is there. By which number will you multiply this b? By which number will you multiply by b or a? Okay. By which number will you multiply by a so that you can get only bx? By which number will you multiply this a so that we can have bx, isn't it? So in the first case, if you multiply this x square by a, we are getting ax square. That is correct. Okay. But in this case, there is bx. So by which number will you multiply this a to get bx? Okay. So it will be b divided by, this a should be cancelled. After multiplication, this a should be cancelled. So you should write here b upon a x plus. Now check it. So a into b upon a into x. If you multiply these two, a will get cancelled. Now you will get bx. Is that clear? Next, by which number will you multiply this a to get only c? That means c upon a. So that a gets cancelled. So it is c upon a, which is equal to 0. Is it clear now? So let us take it. If you multiply this x square by a, you will get x squared. If you multiply bx by a, that is a will get cancelled. You will get bx. If you multiply the c by a will get cancelled and you will get c. So this is correct. Okay. Now, but here a is not equal to 0. But here a not equal to 0. So, कुनै दुईटा factor is equal to 0 छ भने, either one of the factor is equal to 0 or other factor is equal to 0 should be there. तर यहाँ चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि a will not be equal to 0. किन चाहिँ a is equal to 0 हुँदैन त? यदि a is equal to 0 भने यो 0 into x square भनेको कति भयो? 0. If a is equal to 0, suppose a is equal to 0 लेख्यो भने के हुन्छ? 0 into x square भनेको 0 plus then it will be bx plus c is equal to 0, or this is bx plus c is equal to 0. So this equation is no longer a quadratic equation. So if a is equal to 0, this equation will no longer be a quadratic equation. That's why a not equal to 0. भनेपछि quadratic equation हुनुलाई कुन चाहिँ is equal to 0 हुनु पर्यो? This second factor is equal to 0. Therefore, x square plus b by a into x plus c by a is equal to 0, right? X square plus b by a into x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now let us solve it. So how can we solve it now? You have to convert it into a perfect square. Perfect square means a plus b whole square form. This is a quadratic expression on the left hand side. Okay, you have to convert it into the form a plus b whole square. What is the formula for a plus b whole square? So it is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means you have to convert this left hand expression into the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square, so that you can write a plus b whole square. So your left hand side लाई चाहिँ हामीले पहिला के फर्ममा लानु पर्छ? a square plus 2ab plus b square फर्ममा लगेर अनि त्यसको फर्मुला हामी के लेख्छौं? a plus b whole square. Is that clear? So now let us convert it into the form of a square plus 2ab plus b whole square. Now let us write down only the brackets. That is, it is a whole square plus twice ab plus b whole square. Okay? Since x square is already there, x square is there, so square is already there. So what should you write here? X. This is the place for a. You a ko value. So here a ko value x even the a ko place. That means you can write here x. Okay? Now x whole square is x square, that is correct. Now there is 2x, but here it is bx upon a. So now by which number will you multiply this 2x to get bx upon a? So you have to multiply this 2x by such a number so that you can get bx upon a. Okay, so it will be b divided by 2a. Let us check it. If you multiply this 2x by b by 2a, then 2 gets cancels, so you will get bx upon a. So it is correct. So what is the value for b here? According to that formula, it is b by 2a. This is b by 2a is the value of b. So this is also the place for b. So it is b by 2a. So is that clear now? But in this case, in the second term, if we multiply these 3, we are getting bx by, यदि यो 3 टाइम मल्टिप्लाई गर्यो भने हामीले bx by a पाउँछौं. ठीक छ? You mean your second term. But third term, b by 2a whole square means this square is for both numerator as well as denominator. That is b square upon 4a square. Is there b square by 4a square? No. That means you have to subtract it because there is no term containing b square by 4a square, isn't it? So write down minus, what do you write? b square upon 4a square. b by 2a whole square भनेको कति रहेछ? Minus b square upon 4a square. This square is for both numerator as well as denominator. Now, but there is plus c by, you have to write it, plus c upon a, which is equal to 0. So, is that clear to all of you? So, or, now this is the form a square plus 2ab plus b whole square. So, what is this formula? A plus b whole square. You know that, isn't it? So, what is a here? X plus b by 2a whole square. So, let us simplify these two expressions. Let us find out the LCM. Minus. So 4a square and a, what's the LCM? 4a square or a by q LCM? It is 4a square. Now this LCM should be divided by 4a square. So it is 1. 4a square divided by 4a square is 1. So 1 into b square is b square, right? Next, so you have to change the sign because there is minus sign here. Minus into plus is minus. Next, you should divide this LCM 4a square by a. If you divide this LCM 4a square by a, you will get 4a because a square and a will be cancelled and you will get 4a. So you should multiply this c by 4a. That means it will be 4ac, which is equal to 0. So I think you have understood it. Okay. So now let us get the value for x plus b by 2a whole square. Let us take this term to the right hand side. So minus, if it goes to the right hand side, it becomes plus. Or x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac whole divided by 4a square. Take sir. Next. Next, or now you have to find out only the value for x. So first of all, you have to get the value for x plus b by 2a. X plus b by 2a is equal to, this would be plus minus root over, that is b square minus 4ac whole divided by 4a square. Is it clear now? So, or x plus b by 2a is equal to plus minus, now b square minus 4ac, its square root cannot be determined, so you have to write within square root b square minus 4ac whole divided by, what is square root of 4a square? It is 2a. 4 को square root 2, a square को square root कति हुन्छ 2a. Now let us take this constant term b by 2a to the right hand side. Okay. Or x is equal to minus b by 2a plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Okay. Now let us simplify it. X is equal to, so what's the LCM here? It is 2a. Both are 2a in the denominator. So 2a र 2a को LCM कति भयो? 2a नै भयो. अब यो LCM लाई 2a ले डिवाइड गर्नु. यो LCM 2a लाई 2a ले डिवाइड गर्दा one time. So 1 into minus b plus minus. Again this LCM should be divided by this 2a, 1. So 1 into root over, that is root over b square minus 4ac. So we have got the value of x in terms of a, b and c, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So these are the values of x. These are also known as the roots of x. Actually, how many values of x are there? There are two values of x. One is minus b plus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. And which is the other one? It is x is equal to minus b minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. These are also known as the roots of the given quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are, so there are two roots here actually, one is plus and the other is minus. So minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac, this whole divided by 2a. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. So this minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a is known as Sailendra Pradhan's formula. That is x is equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a is known as Sailendra Pradhan's formula. Sailendra Pradhan's formula. तो यो चाहिँ तिमीले याद गर्नुपर्छ. तो यहाँ चाहिँ मैले के गरेँ, डिराइभ गरेँ फर्मुला. So you don't have to derive this formula, just try to understand how is it derived, okay? But you have to remember this formula. This is known as Sailendra Pradhan's formula, okay? That is x is equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So is it clear to all of you? So now, let's do the nature of the roots. Now let's do the nature of the roots. Nature of the roots. Okay. So now, what is the nature of the roots? Our roots say कस्तो प्रकारको हुन्छ? These roots may be real and equal. These roots may be real and unequal. These roots may be imaginary. अब real and equal, real and unequal, अनि imaginary भनेको चाहिँ के हो त? You know equal and unequal. तर real र imaginary भनेको के हो भन्दाखेरि, real भनेको चाहिँ defined number. Real भनेको चाहिँ defined. Like number 3 is a defined number. Root over 2 is also a defined number. Okay. 3 by 4 is also a defined number. Okay. So what do you mean by imaginary? What do you mean by imaginary? The imaginary भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि square root भित्र -3 भएर suppose. So root over भित्र -3 भने you cannot determine its value. This type of numbers are known as imaginary number whose value cannot be defined. These are also known as undefined number. These are known as real or defined numbers, and this number within square root, if it is negative sign, within square root if there is number with negative sign, that is known as imaginary numbers. Okay, so I think I have understood it. Real and imaginary number. Real means defined and imaginary means undefined. Okay, so nature of the roots. Number 1, the roots may be real and equal. In quadratic equation, you will get 2 roots of x, because in this quadratic equation, the highest power of x is 2. That means we are getting 2 roots or 2 values of x. Okay. So these roots may be real and equal. Number 2, the roots may be real and unequal. And number 3, the roots may be imaginary. The roots may be imaginary, right? त यसमा नेचर अफ द रुट्स भनेको के हो? नम्बर 1 मा आउँछ the roots may be real and equal, okay? Number 2, the roots may be real and unequal. And number 3, the roots may be imaginary, right? So now, अब यसको condition चाहिँ हामीले कसरी निकाल्छौं? What will be the nature of the roots? Okay? So you know Sridhar Aches's formula. X is equal to minus b plus minus, what was the formula? Plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Okay? Now, whether the roots are real and equal, whether the roots are real and unequal, whether the roots may be imaginary, it all depends upon the expression within square root. Okay? So, यो जति पनि हामीले यहाँ तीनटा कन्डिसन लेख्छौं, the roots may be real and equal, the roots may be real and unequal, the roots may be imaginary. यो सबै चाहिँ के माथि निर्भर गर्छ? Expression on the square root. Okay? So, यो expression on the square root कस्तो खाले छ? त्यो माथि डिपेन्ड गर्छ whether the roots are real and equal, real and unequal, or it may be imaginary. Okay? So now, this b square minus 4ac has got a particular name. That particular name is discriminant. यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं? Discriminant भनेर भन्छौं. That is b square minus 4ac लाई. Now, that is the expression on the square root is b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. Is discriminant. Okay? b square minus 4ac, this expression is called discriminant, and the nature of the roots depend upon this discriminant. Okay? b square minus 4ac, if it is greater than 0, what is the nature of the roots? If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, what is the nature of the roots? If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, what is the nature of the roots? Okay? So I already told you that whenever you have a quadratic equation, its highest power is, that means the highest power of the variable x is always 2. That means it will give 2 roots of x. Okay? That 2 roots may be equal, that 2 roots may be real and unequal, that 2 roots may be imaginary. So it depends upon the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. Is it clear now? So number 1, let us find out the nature of the roots. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0, let us say b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means that it is positive always. That means b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. So b square minus 4ac is positive. So within square root there is positive number. So within square root, if there is positive number, it is always defined. It is always defined. Okay? That means the roots may be real and unequal in this case. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, the roots will be real and unequal. Real भनेको defined हुन्छ, अनि यो के हुन्छ? Unequal पनि हुन्छ. यदि b square minus 4ac greater than 0 भयो भने स्क्वायर रुट भित्र पोजिटिभ नम्बर भयो, अनि त्यसलाई हामीले सिम्प्लिफाई गऱ्यो भने दुईटा अनइक्वल रुट्स निस्कन्छ. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. So is it clear now? The roots are real and unequal if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Is it clear now? Number 2, यदि less than 0 भनेको within square root, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then what is the nature of the roots? यदि square root भित्रको यो नम्बर चाहिँ नेगेटिभ भएर less than 0 भनेको negative numbers. यदि b square minus 4ac चाहिँ negative हो भने this is square root of negative number. Previously I already told you that in the example square root भित्र negative number छ भने चाहिँ त्यो के हो? Imaginary number. So if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary. That means not real. Then the roots are imaginary. Then the roots are imaginary. Is it clear now? Next, what happens to these roots if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0? If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then what happens? Look at the blackboard. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, यदि यो 0 छ भने यो स्क्वायर भनेको 0 भनेको 0. That means there will be no second term, so it will be minus b by 2a. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then minus b by 2a will be there. That means there are two roots which are equal. One of the roots is minus b by 2a and the other root is also minus b by 2a. So actually, you plus minus भनेको चाहिँ दुईटा रुट भयो. One is x is equal to minus b plus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. And what is the other root? Minus b minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Is that clear? If we substitute b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then we will get the values of x as one of the values of x is minus b by 2a and the other value of x is also minus b by 2a. That means the two roots are equal if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So what is the third one? If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are equal. Then the roots are equal. So I think you have understood it. अच्छा, अब यसमा तिमीहरूले याद गर्ने कुरोहरू चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि अब म तिमीलाई यहाँ लेखाइदिन्छु. अब जुन चाहिँ याद गर्नुपर्ने छ अब म यहाँ लेख्दैछु त्यो चाहिँ तिमीहरूले खातामा कपी गर. So you have to understand it. Just go through it once. This is the theory portion. I think you can easily understand it. And then you have to write down. You have to write down the main thing now. The main thing here is the formula, right? Now it is just like your summary. Summary that you should know. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then what is the value for x? What is the formula or value of x? It is minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Whole divided by 2a. Right? This is number one. We should remember. Now other one is, and the nature of the roots, it depends upon the value of b square minus 4ac, which is known as discriminant. So number two, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, if b square minus 4ac positive आयो भने, then the roots of the equation then the roots of the equation are real and unequal. Then the roots of the equation are real and unequal, right? If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots of the equation are real and unequal. Number 3 was, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots of the equation are real and not real, sorry. Then the roots of the equation are imaginary because it is negative, right? Then the roots of the equation are imaginary. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the roots of the equation are imaginary. Okay? And number 4. What is number 4 now? If b square minus 4ac, if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, यदि डिस्क्रिमिनेन्ट हैन, अघि नै मैले भने यो b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac लाई हामी के पनि भन्छौं, डिस्क्रिमिनेन्ट भनेर पनि भन्छौं, तर यदि यो डिस्क्रिमिनेन्ट इज इक्वल टु 0 भने चाहिँ द रुट्स आर रियल एन्ड इक्वल, then the roots are real and equal. Then the roots are real and equal. So this is the summary. Okay. Now let's do some problems. So you can copy this. Now let us do some problems now. Now let's work out 1.5. Let us work out 1.5. So you can write on the page number also from the book of Ganit Prakash, class 10. Page number 29. Page number is 29. So let us do number 1. Let us write the nature of the two roots. Let us write the nature of two roots. Nature of two roots of the following quadratic equations. Of the following quadratic equations. So let us do this problem. Okay, so let's do question number 2 first. Okay, 3x square minus 2 root 6 x plus 2 is equal to 0. So you have to check the nature of the roots. So what is the nature of the roots? The roots may be real and unequal. The roots may be real and equal. The roots may be imaginary. Let us check it. 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us compare it with the general quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here what is the value for a? A is equal to 3, right? Then comes plus bx. What is the value for b? So we can write here ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? So comparing these two, this given equation and the general quadratic equation, so compare these two. A is equal to 3. A can be equated with 3. What is b here? B is equal to minus 2 root 6. And what's about c? C is equal to 2. Is that clear? So I already told you that the discriminant depends upon the nature of the roots depend upon the discriminant. What is the discriminant here? B square minus 4ac. Okay. Let us find out the value of b square minus 4ac. Therefore, b square minus 4ac, which is equal to, what is b whole square? What is the value for b? Minus 2 root 6 whole square minus 4 into what is a? 3, and what is c? 2, which is equal to, now you can easily simplify it. Minus whole square is plus sign usually we don't write. What is 2 whole square? 4 into what is root 6 whole square? 6, minus 4 3s are 12, 2s are 24, which is equal to 24 minus 24 which is equal to 0. What is the value of the discriminant in this case? 0. So what can we say about the nature of the roots if discriminant is equal to 0? We know that if discriminant is equal to 0, then the nature of the roots is real and equal. Therefore, now we can write down the answer. Therefore, the roots of the equation are real and equal. Because because here the discriminant is equal to 0. Okay, so I think you have understood it. So now let us do number 4. Question number 4. Now question number 4 is 2 by 5 x square minus 2x 2 by 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Now again here also let us compare it with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Let us compare it with the general quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what is the value for a here? A is equal to 2 by 5. What is the value for b? Minus 2 by 3. B is equal to minus 2 by 3. And what is c? C is equal to 1. Let us find out the value of the discriminant now, because you know that the nature of the roots depend upon the discriminant. So discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is equal to, what is b whole square? Minus 2 by 3 whole square, right? b whole square value kati bhayo? Minus 2 by 3 whole square minus 4 into a ko value kati cha? 2 by 5 and c ko value kati cha? 1, which is equal to minus whole square is plus 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9 minus 4 2s are 8 divided by 5. Clear one? So now what's the LCM? 5 and 9? It is 45, right? This LCM is divided by 9. 9 5s are 45, 5 4s are 20, and then minus your LCM 45 by 5 divided by 9 times 9 8s are 72. Which is equal to, now different sign, you have to subtract it. One is plus 20 and the other one is minus 72. If different sign is there, you have to subtract it and you have to write down the sign of the greater number. So if you subtract it, what do we get? 2 minus 0 is 2, 7 minus 2 is 5. So you start minus divided by 45. Okay? So this is less than 0, right? If it is negative, so it is always less than 0. Negative number is always less than 0. Now in this case the discriminant is less than 0. So what can you write? The roots are imaginary. Okay. Now write down, since b square minus 4ac is less than 0, comma, then the roots are imaginary. Then the roots are imaginary. So this is your answer. What is the nature of the roots in this problem? The roots are imaginary. So your homework will be, write down the numbers. Homework will be number 1 go 1 ra, number 1 go 3. You can do it similarly. So this is your homework, right? So let's do question number 2 now. So question number 2 is, by calculating let us write the value. Let us write the value or values. You may get one value, you may get more than one values. That's why it is given values also of k. For which each of the following quadratic equations have real and equal roots. Okay. So let's do question number, which one? Question number 3. So your homework will be, similar question is there. Number 2 ko 1 garnu bharma. Number 2 and number 4 is your homework. So I am doing number 3. These are all similar problems, right? If I do number 3, you can easily understand, and you can do number 1, 2 and 4, right? So number 3 is 9x square minus 24x plus k is equal to 0, right? So now let us do this problem. So now in this case, in this problem, you have to get the value of x, value of k. You have to get the value or values of k for which each of the following quadratic equation have real and equal roots. The कुनै पनि quadratic equation को real and equal roots कति बेला हुन्छ? If discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, right? So now let us compare it with this quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What is the value for a? A is equal to 9. What is b? Minus 24. And what is c? It is k. So now since the roots are real and equal, so discriminant is equal to 0. Since the roots are real and equal, therefore discriminant is equal to 0. What is my discriminant? B square minus 4ac is equal to 0, right? So, or what is b whole square here? Minus 24 whole square minus 4 into what is a? 9. And what is c here? K, which is equal to 0. Is it clear to all of you? So what is minus whole square plus? What is 24 whole square? Don't simplify it. Just write down 24 into 24 minus 4 into 9. 4 into 9k, which is equal to 0. Okay? Let us solve it now. Let us solve it. So let us solve it, or you have to find out the value of k. So keep the term containing k on the left hand side. So minus 4 into 9k is equal to, when this plus sign goes to the right hand side, it becomes minus 24 into 24, right? So here minus minus gets cancels, or k is equal to 24 into 24. Since this is k into, so this 4 into 9 on the right hand side, it goes to the denominator, divided by 4 into 9, right? Let us simplify it. 4 1s are 4, 4 6s are 24. Next, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, and 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are 24. So therefore, what is k is equal to? 2 into 8, that is 16. So what is the value for k? K value for 16, your answer. You have to check the calculation and check the answer. That is k is equal to 16. So this is the answer. Is it clear to all of you? So now your homework will be 2, number 1, number 2 and number 4. Now among these 5 and 6, I'll do number 6 and 5 is your homework. So you can do 2 number 5 homework, right? So let's do 2 number 5 is your homework. So 2 number 6. So 2 number 6 here is, it is 3k plus 1 x square plus 2 into k plus 1 into x, k plus 1 into x plus k is equal to 0, plus k is equal to 0. So here also what is asked? You have to find out those value or values of k for which the roots of this quadratic equation are real and equal. Okay. So here also same condition is given. The roots are real and equal. So you have to find out the value or values of k. Okay. So when does the given quadratic equation has, when does the given quadratic equation have real and equal roots? Discriminant is equal to 0. Okay. So now let us compare it with, again, general quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. What is a here? 3k plus 1. Compare these two. What is b is equal to? 2 into k plus 1. And what is c is equal to? K. Let us check it once again. There might be some mistake. There might be human error, right? A is equal to 3k plus 1, right? What is b is equal to? 2 into k plus 1. And what is c is equal to? This is k. Now since the roots are real and equal, right now, since the roots are real and equal, right? So therefore discriminant is equal to 0. Okay. So therefore discriminant is equal to 0. Now what is discriminant? Actually b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay. Now next, therefore what is b square here? B whole square, and b की value is 2 into k plus 1 whole square, right? Next, minus 4 into, what is a out here? What is the value for a? 3k plus 1. 3k plus 1. And what is c? C value is k. So which is equal to 0. Now let us solve it to get the value for what? K. Okay. So or what is 2 whole square? 4. This square is for both 2 as well as k plus 1. So 2 square, you know that it is 4 into k plus 1 whole square, right? Now minus 4 into, so you multiply by k here, 3k into k, how much is it? 3k square plus k into 1 is k, which is equal to 0. So in an equation, if there is common, you take common, because it will be easier for you to simplify the expression or equation, right? So let us take common. What is common here? 4. K se common hai 4. So within second bracket, k plus 1 whole square minus 3k square plus k second bracket closed is equal to 0. Now since 4 is not equal to 0, you know that, right? So therefore, kun chahi is equal to 0, 4 is not equal to 0, you know that. त कुन चाहिँ इक्वल टु 0 हुन्छ k plus 1 whole square minus 3k square plus k which is equal to 0. Now let us simplify it again. You know that this is a plus b whole square. A square plus 2ab plus b whole square. What is a whole square here? K whole square plus 2 into what is a? K. What is b? 1. What is b whole square? Plus 1 whole square. So you can open the bracket here. And bracket खोल्नु सक्छौ त्यहाँ. Minus 3k square. Minus गर्दा sign changes. Minus into plus. Minus k which is equal to 0. Okay. Or this is k square plus 2k into 1. 2k plus 1 minus 3k square minus k which is equal to 0. Now again you can simplify it. Or now how much is it? K square minus 3k square minus 2k square. Different sign you have to subtract, but these are similar terms. Similar terms. K square minus 3k square are similar terms. You can simplify it. But this is plus and this is minus sign. Different sign you have to subtract. And you have to write down the sign of the greater number. And what is plus 2k minus k? Plus k. Plus 2k minus k is plus k. And then write down plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, this is also a quadratic equation. You have to solve it. Okay. If there is common minus, you take minus common. So there is minus common here. Minus within bracket 2k square minus k minus into plus minus 1 which is equal to 0. Okay. Since there is 0 on the right hand side, you don't have to write minus sign. Okay. If there is 0 on the right hand side, you don't have to write this minus sign. Or 2k square minus k minus 1 is equal to 0. So now in order to solve this quadratic equation, you can factorize the left hand side, isn't it? You don't have to use PRHS formula here. You can do the middle term breaking for factorization here. So you have done it in class 7 or 8. How can you do the middle term breaking here for factorization? Now, what is the method here? You 2 ले you 1 multiply. K square को coefficient 2 छ यहाँ 1 छ. 2 1 जा 2 भयो. तो दुईटा नम्बर मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा चाहिँ 2 आउनु पर्यो अनि सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा किन भन्दैछ किनभने यो साइन माइनस साइन छ सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा अथवा एड गर्दा चाहिँ के हुनु पर्यो k को अगाडि कति छ 1 k को अगाडि कोएफिसिएन्ट 1 छ भने यो सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा कि त एड गर्दा चाहिँ कति हुनु पर्यो 1 त सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा कि एड गर्दा हुन्छ कसरी थाहा पाउँछ हामी यो जुन चाहिँ लास्ट नम्बर छ कन्स्टेन्ट त्यसको अगाडि साइन हेर्नु यो माइनस छ भने सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा 1 यो प्लस छ भने यो एड गर्दा के हुनु पर्यो 1 but since this is minus after subtracting that two numbers you should get 1. What are those two numbers? If you multiply them you should get 2 and after subtracting you should get 1. तो दुईटा नम्बर यस्तो पाराले भन्नु तिमीले जुन चाहिँ दुईटा नम्बरलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा चाहिँ 2 हुन्छ अनि सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा चाहिँ 1 हुन्छ कति कति हो 2 1 जा 2 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. The minus गर्दा चाहिँ first of all you have to write down the greatest number then minus smaller number. Okay. Or 2k square minus before k there is 1. So 2 1s are 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So write down the greater number first then minus 1. So minus 1 is equal to 0. मैले अघि नै भने यो 1 को अगाडि नेगेटिभ साइन छ भने सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा 1 हुनु पर्यो यो 1 को अगाडि पोजिटिभ साइन भएको भए चाहिँ के हुन्थ्यो एड गर्दा चाहिँ 1 हुनु पर्ने थियो तर यहाँ माइनस साइन दिएको छ त्यही कारण सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा चाहिँ 1 हुनु पर्यो सो यु शुड राइट 2 minus 1. Okay. So 2k square minus here you should write k minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So minus 2k minus to minus plus 1 into k is k minus 1 equals 0. So you can take common from the first two terms. From the first two terms, what is common here? From the first two terms, what is common? 2k square minus 2k. K term say here same sir, common sir, 2k. So within bracket 2k is already written here. That is k square, k minus, since 2k is already written, so 1. So there is no common here. If there is no common, then take 1 as common, plus 1. So within bracket k minus 1 is equal to 0, or k minus 1 into 2k plus 1 is equal to 0. It means that either first factor is equal to 0 or second factor is equal to 0. So either k minus 1 is equal to 0 or 2k plus 1 is equal to 0. तो यहाँबाट कति आयो, k is equal to minus 1 उता लानु 1, यहाँबाट k value कति आउँछ, 2k is equal to minus 1. First of all, plus 1 is taken to the right hand side, so it is 2k is equal to minus 1, or what is the value of k? Minus 1 upon 2. Since this is 2 into k, when this 2 goes to the right hand side, it goes to the denominator, so k is equal to minus half. There question ma ke ma आएको थियो भन्दाखेरि, what are those values of k for which the given quadratic equation has real and equal roots? That is key answer, k is equal to 1 or minus half. Therefore k is equal to 1 or minus half. So this is the answer. So your homework are, अघि नै मैले दिएको थिएँ तिमीलाई हैन, होमवर्क 1 को कतिवटा नम्बर दिएको छु हेर्नु, 2 को नम्बर 5 यो होमवर्क गर्नु, 2 number 5 will be your homework. Okay, so this much is for today. So in the next class we will do the sum of the roots, product of the roots, and how to form a quadratic equation when 2 roots are given. Okay, we will do this in the next class.